Okay, so this is my trader vlog day 2. I had day 1 yesterday, the 19th. Today is day 2, the 20th. And just to recap of day 2, if I go back to the 15-minute time frame. So yesterday I got into this trade right here for my FXify funded account. So I got into the trade here, as you can see, and then I exited right up here for a profit of about $75, if I'm not mistaken. If I go to my FXify account, just to show you. Oh no, let's just open a new tab. There we go. So I'll log in. And there's the account. Let's go to the dashboard. So I'm almost at the point of breaching the account. So yeah. But if I go to look at the equity curve, I've been losing on a constant. But if I go to trading days, $20.25 trade history. Let's go to last page. $56. When was this? On the 15th. Where is the trade? Where is that trade? It was a gold buy. Oh wow. It was a gold buy. I think it's not in yet. That's weird. Let me go back to, let's see, order history. Let's bring it up later and see what we have here. That's a gold buy. I think we just entered a position again. That's a gold sell. Where is the gold buy? On the 19th. This is a 20th. This is a 19 buy. Anyways, I cannot find it here, but it got into this trade right here. What time was that? Yep, 9:45 yesterday, and we got out today somewhere at 1:15, at 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock, when we got out. So we made, I think it was about $75. $75 that we made on FXify, and we also took the same trade on FTMO, which is clearly, as we can clearly see right here, the same trade on FTMO. This is let's put this on 15 minutes. Okay, this is the same trade on FTMO. I had a first position here just to buy a single one volume, and then after the close of this candle, which took out this close right here, I added 10 more positions and went all the way up to and closed out here. So yeah, if we go to the history of the trade, this is a trade. This is a trade. When I added the first position, I was up $400, and then I added 10 more. So total was 11 positions, and we closed at a $7,600 that we made for this trade. So yeah, that's that for the FTMO trade that I took yesterday. And so if I go back to my trading view, this is the same trade from here up to this point for my two accounts. And the reason why I left, why I exited out of the trade, is because of this reversal pattern that I can see right here. So using demand and supply, we were consistent. I want to break down this trade a little more in depth to where on a higher, identified a trend. We were in an uptrend. So we made the high. If I can use my drawing tool, it's been going high, made a low, made a high, made a low, made a high, made a low, made equal highs, and then broke that low. So when we broke that low, I saw that break of structure. So this break of structure right here lets me know that okay, this might possibly go into reversal. So like I said, okay, let me get out of those trades. So I closed the two trades. Take this off. So when we have this break of structure, I close the two trades. Now I'm using demand and supply to see if I can trade the reversal. So we know that it was an uptrend. We've identified the break of structure. The next thing for me to do then was to find my zone, my supply zone. So I marked my supply zone with the right there, so I have it circled out. And so I had an aggressive entry on a retest of the zone. As you saw, so I had a sell limit order on the retest of that zone, and when it got there, we got entered into the order. So we're in there right now. I have my stop just above the zone, give it some breathing space, and my take profit at the closing of candles at that zone So hopefully this plays out as it should. If it doesn't, then that's okay too. But so I have this trade running on my FXify account, funded account, but I haven't taken the trade on my FTMO challenge account yet. Because I don't want to over trade on this challenge account. So our current balance is about $106,500. So we're up $6,500. So I don't want to over trade. If I can take a trade a day, then that's good for me, as long as we're making consistent profits. So what are you guys saying? 25% off on our program plus 2 free add-ons. Use code gift. Okay. I don't want to read my conversation. Leave me alone. Yeah, so this is my two-step funded. As you see, I did pass the first challenge, pass the second challenge. Now I'm at a live account, which is almost blown. So, now I'm managing my risk very, very carefully, working with very, very small amounts to see if I can rebuild the account. And on our FTMO challenge account, we can see this is the account. Let's go into the details. So from this trade recap, before this trade, we did take another trade from here using demand and supply that I used, but it was a sell, so I sold I took a sell position. I'm not sure it works better on here. So I took a sell position. Where was that? There we go. This is a trade. This was a trade. This is the same supply and demand setup. When I saw that it was in an uptrend, making higher highs. I have all these zones marked out. So it was in an uptrend, making higher highs, made a low, made equal highs closing, and then took out the low. So I said, okay, this might be a possible reversal. So I went to the 5 minutes, the 5-minute time frame, but for this setup I used the 1 minute time frame to find my entry. So there we go. So when this was taken out, was this the entry that I used? Was it this one? I don't. But I didn't make. Oh no, I didn't. Oh yeah. For my entry, this was the zone that I used. This zone where there's price is touched and rejected. So right here, this was the zone that I used for my entry. Right there. Because you see multiple rejections on the zone right back up to here. So when price got there, we got tapped in and it came down and started playing. I targeted the bottom of here for the close, but it did not get there. So it came down, and almost got there, and then started playing again. So I closed somewhere, halfway there. I knew it wasn't going to get down, so I just closed the trade early. So that's why I closed the trade early, because we got tapped, but it could not get down to where we were looking for, so we just closed the trade early. So those are the two trades. So on our FTMO, this is it. So if I do a trading objective, turn on and then zoom out, the first phase is to make 10%, so 10,000, and we're halfway there. We need $3,500 more to pass the first step, and then maybe move on to the next. And so trading objective, minimum trading days were on 3, loss, average profit and loss. All of these are not important right now, but this is what I'm interested in. So our first trades, 2 trades, were both losses. I think it was buy on S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, if I'm not mistaken, but both of them were losses. I don't know why you're taking all day to show me this thing. Wow. Anyways, let's go to the close trades. Okay, this here we are. Yeah, S&P 500 were both losses for the day 1 of trading, January 16. So it had 2 losses, 84 and 275, which made for these 360 in losses. And day 2, we still went long on S&P 500, and we lost $1,000, which is here. So we lost $1,000 there. And then later that day after 7 p.m. we took a gold sell, which I just showed, and we make $390. So it kind of offset this a little, and so our P&L for that day was a loss of $795. And then the trade that we took yesterday, which was a buy for 11 positions, and we made $7,600. So altogether, I think we're on a good footing for this FTMO challenge account. I don't know, but I do not want to overtrade as it is already. So how many trades have I taken? 2, 4, 5 trades. So I've taken 1 trade today, and I think that'll be good for today. That's why I did not enter this reversal trade on FTMO, because I'm saying, making 7,600 is enough for the day. No more trading again. So 1 trade a day is good for me. So yeah, tomorrow we'll see how this week can go. So from passing the first challenge, I think we're 3,500 away from hitting the profit target, and we're on day 3 and we need 4 trading days minimum. So if we trade tomorrow, we can pass this challenge on the first step tomorrow if we take a trade. So this is good. While I'm focusing on building my FXFI funded challenge, which I'm on the verge of blowing up. So that's the setup for this trade that I've taken, and we're currently in it, and the market is closed right now. It's after 4 p.m. So it'll open in an hour's time. So yeah, this is where we are for today. So our trade yesterday from episode 1 was very profitable, and we'll be looking for the coming days to see where we go, what we get. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so this is my FXFI account, FTMO account, or Wanda Prop Trader is what we're using. And yeah, so we're in on this trade, and the way this candle close was a really strong bullish candle, which is making me think that we might get kicked out of this trade because the close here was very bullish. So we might get kicked out, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, that's the trade recap for today on both accounts, and this is good. Okay, this is all for today. I'll see you again next time in the next episode. Episode 2 concluded. Signing out. Bye.